Celtic may sing, just can't get enough, but it turns out Celtic have had enough of the Green Brigade. Welcome back to Fog Football. Breaking news here, 6:30. It did break a wee bit earlier on today, but we're giving it to you now. And Celtic suspends the Green Brigade group from matches. I honestly, genuinely cannot believe that this has actually happened, but here we are. Here we are. Palestinian flags were flown by fans across the stadium on Wednesday night. And let's talk about it. This is absolutely mental because, of course, there already was a ban for them receiving tickets for any away games. Now, what I don't get about this, right, is if you're banning Green Brigade fans for entering the stadium and also away games, like, how does that work? Like, how will Celtic know that you're an affiliate of the Green Brigade? Is it as simple as that section at Celtic Park, if you sit in there, you're a member of the Green Brigade? Is that section going to be empty, or is that now going to get filled by like people that are not in the Green Brigade? I'm interested to see how this is going to happen. Of course, Celtic do play tomorrow at home. We will see a bit more about that tomorrow against St Mirren, which should be a good game. Add this in, you've got an extra bit of spice in there. But let's go into the article. A section of the Celtic support known as the Green Brigade have had their season tickets withdrawn indefinitely by the club. So, I mean, it's not just a short-term thing, it's a fucking good night, long-term thing. It's understood Celtic made the decision due to what it believes is the group's consistent failure to adhere to club and stadium rules. The Green Brigade had already been banned from receiving tickets for away games. It recently defied pleas by Celtic not to bring Palestinian flags to matches. The Green Brigade, who occupy the north curve of Celtic, traditionally organised a tifo, a choreographed display involving a large banner or image for major games. The group handed out Palestinian flags and held up banners before last Wednesday's Champions League match against Spanish side Atletico Madrid. The flags were also waved in other parts of the stadium as well as the section occupied by the group. Ahead of the game, the club told supporters that players and coaching staff from both sides would wear black armbands to show respect and support for those affected by the conflict. But it said banners, flags and symbols related to the Israel-Hamas conflict should not be displayed at Celtic Park at this time. So there'll probably be a wee bit more to read. But like it says there, the Green Brigade distributed all these Palestinian flags, and albeit, yes, it looks like, the Green Brigade are the orchestrators here of this, but it was the majority of Celtic Park that was holding them up. So how do you, if Celtic's problem is a group of the fans, consistently failing to adhere to club and stadium rules, it's not just the Green Brigade, it's the whole, it's not everybody, not everyone, wants to wave Palestinian flags, but most Celtic fans will want to. So for that reason, how can you ban the Green Brigade but not other people who aren't in the Green Brigade but, share the exact same viewpoint and also will wave and break these rules? There's a blurry line here that Celtic have crossed, and make no mistake about it, this ain't the SPFL or the SFA or whatever, UEFA, FIFA that stepped in here. This is Celtic. Celtic fans cannot point the finger at anybody apart from their own club. This is an internal crisis at the helm of Celtic Football Club right now. Obviously, on the pitch, things are going, as expected for Celtic. It did drop points, but they're top of the league. But in terms of this, what next? What is going to happen next in terms of this? Just another example of the banner, Free Palestine, victory to the resistance. Celtic are widely expected to face a UEFA fine over the flag. So, they are going to face a fine, but it's not like UEFA's banning them. It's Celtic that has to do it at the end of the day. Fans of the club also displayed Palestinian flags at recent Scottish Premiership games against Kilmarnock, hours after Hamas launched an attack on Israel and Hearts. Almost sounds like Hamas launched an attack on Israel and Hearts of Midlothian. In a previous statement, the Green Brigade reiterated their unshakable belief that football sports have the right to express political beliefs. It accused Celtic board of being disingenuous and hypocritical over their claim that the war was apolitical, citing issues over the club's history and the war in Ukraine. The statement urged fans to raise the Palestinian flag on the European stage at the Atletico match to show the world that Celtic Football Club stands with the oppressed, not the oppressor. The Glasgow club was founded in the late 19th century to help feed the poor in the east end of the city. Are we just going down memory lane here with Celtic? It goes on to talk about their it goes on to talk about their affiliation with Palestine. We can talk about Heper Shiva, we can talk about KR Rejevic, But it's like every game that Celtic wave a Palestinian flag. It's not just against certain teams, but I think this is just talking about when UEFA's fined them for doing it. So yeah, like there's always at least one Palestinian flag in Celtic Park. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. A Celtic spokesperson previously said that the club recognises that our supporters hold personal views to which everyone is entitled. As a club open to all, we all belong at Celtic Park. Celtic Park is where we come to support our football club, they said. Recognising this, respecting the gravity of the tragedy unfolding and its impact on communities in Scotland and across the world, and in line with other clubs, leagues, and associations, we ask that banners, flags, and symbols relating to the conflict in those countries involved in it are not displayed at Celtic Park at this time. So that is it, guys. There's going to be more fallout on it. So, Celtic fans, leave your thoughts down below. Fog Football will be back very soon. And hell, the midweek games haven't even fucking started yet. But until then, peace.